Okay guys, this is video number 3 on our series on how to use oeye-trader and the oeye indicator. Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing here today is just how to use the back testing, the historical testing you want to do. All right, basically this is what normally you would do, which is whenever you want to run any type of tests, you take a look here at the tester terminal. Maybe it's not maybe you're not seeing it or not. If not, click to view, go to view here, and then look for your strategy tester. Okay, so it appears right over here. Now here on the list, you pick oeye-trader. I already had it selected. Okay, I had it already selected, and this is kind of like the default settings that you would get. You want to have this checked in visual mode check, so you want to see how things are working out. The particular date you're going to be running on, and so I'm going to be running it from the beginning, from January 1st up until March 1st, today being March 1st. So if you were to just do it like this and you want to run it like this right away without changing anything on the expert properties, you leave it sort of as default as you have found it, as it came with, and now you just want to click start. You'll wait for a little bit, and then you can see here, the red dots are sells, and the blue dots here are buys. And look, it does buys and sells, and the oeye-trader will do it automatically for you. You don't need to do anything. It gets it done, opens, and then will close because of the default settings that it has. Now, you want to see what exactly happened or what it did, and then you click here on the graph, and then here you can see it didn't do so well. It had a drawdown happening always underneath, and there were many stock orders, so it ended up losing money, right? You can also click on the report, and here it will tell you, take a look at the drawdown, 80%. That's awful. You basically, I lost the account. It was on $1,000 budget, and everything was lost, pretty much. So not so very helpful, right? Okay. So how is this really going to help me out if it's going to be working like this? Okay. So basically a few things that you need to change here on the setting wise. And basically something that was taught also by Ali from the beginning is that what you want to do is, this is not an automated type of trading. It's not just set it and forget it type of thing. You need to keep an eye on it. Like the name it says, you need to keep an eye on it. You need to, this is going to help you a lot on your trading, but it needs your feedback. It needs your constant attention to make sure what it's doing. So basically what is happening here and what you want to do is take a look at this, and you see here, you see how the expert advisor created the peaks and the valleys and everything like that. And this is how it decided to do. What you want to do is basically you want to make changes to the settings on the expert advisor so that you only want to open buys when you're on an uptrend, and you want to open sales when you are on a downtrend. That's it. Don't do this mix of, or don't do it at the moment if you're just starting with, if you're beginning with this. Don't do mix of buys and sells, because as you can see, you're going to end up with a lot of stock orders like it's happening here. How do you do this then? Basically, one way that I can do it basically is you want to take a look at a very long period of time on your MACD, for example, so that it can sort of tell you what was happening, where was the uptrend and downtrend. In this case, I'm just using MACD for explaining you here on the video. And you take a look at here. I'm going to change to values. Really, I mean, this is just for testing purposes. Don't think that this is complete, that this is what you must do. But basically, this is going to give me a long period of time for uptrends and downtrends. And I'm adding it here. I click OK, and now I take a look at it. Now you can have a better view of what was happening. You can see where the uptrend was happening. You can see this huge downtrend. And basically what you want to do on your live trading using this indicator and expert advisor is basically here where it finally ended up when it starts going up. Okay, when you are starting to go up in this way, that this is when you want to change the settings of the expert advisor so that it only opens buys. Okay, and same here, when it's going down, when you see here the trend going down, this is when you want to open it to do sells. So let's do it again. Now let's try it again with the same time. And now here, when I click on expert properties, I'm basically going to say, well, I only want to do buys. I don't want you to do sells. Okay, that's the only setting I would do. We will talk later on a little bit about what each property does for you, but basically you need to practice with this. You need to take a look at the different settings, change settings as you wish, and then you will start seeing how it behaves, how things will change, and the kind of profit that you're expecting is what you would like, you're happy with. Okay, but basically right here, all I did was set, and this is the only column we care for right now. Don't pay attention to start, step, stop. This is for optimization purposes and testing. We are not thinking about it at the moment. You only care about this column, which is value. All right, set it to false, click OK, and now let's do it again. Now, as you can see here, now it's going to take a little bit longer. It's not going to go open like crazy. And there you go. These are the buys. And look at it. It's doing a group close. Very nice. Again, I am just running with the default settings. They're not maybe fit for a different time frame, not for the H1 that I'm using. Maybe not. This is what you need. But now take a look at the graph. Let's see what happened. Well, look at this. Look at that drawdown. Look at how your line, the green line, your equity line, is always above your balance. Very nice. Hey, 180 profit. You take a look at the report. See, the drawdown was much less. From 80%, what we had was now almost 5%. You see a gross profit of 167. Okay, and then you can take a look, consecutive wins. I had 2 losses. And now you can play around with a little bit more. You can take a look at every single thing that you see here for the report. But now you see how you should be testing when you're running oeye-trader expert advisor. Don't just do buys and sells at the same time. At least if you're a beginner, if you're an expert and know a little bit more, and run the tests on dates that there was a strong uptrend going, like I did. I did it from here to here. Certainly there was here a downtrend, and if I was running on live, probably at this point in time, I would have switched to sells up on the way over to here, and then again switch to buys over here because we keep going up. But this was for the video purposes. Again, so hopefully this was helpful for you. And now you can run your backtest, historical test, and get more acquainted with the expert advisor. On our next videos, I will be discussing a little bit more how I use for live demo trading, and also a little bit more of how I know to use the properties and what are the parameters I am currently using. Don't mean they're perfect by any way. Every time I keep trying everything differently, but this expert advisor and indicators are such a huge help right now into trading, as you will see yourself. Okay.